I'm not gonna lie, I love NHL 22. It has its problems, has its bugs, but you can be dominant. Welcome back to the Black Ice. I missed ya. But here's the thing, right? We're in NHL 22 and NHL 20, NHL 21. Tell you the truth, I stopped doing videos because there was nothing I could do to help you be better. The game was just one in which you were going to get scored on depending on where the skaters were. There was nothing you can really do about it. You can hope your team played better, but you, as a goalie, you weren't doing anything about it. So now, NHL 22 though, I love NHL 22. I'm not going to lie, I love NHL 22. It has its problems, has its bugs, but you can be dominant in NHL 22. I mean, dominant in NHL 22. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some work. 5 holes a problem, yes. But what we're going to do today is we're going to take you on a journey. And that journey is going to be to your greatness. Like, I'm not interested in being average. You can be an average goalie. You can be a really good goalie, an average goalie in this game. And you can get carried in this game. But I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in dominating. You know what I mean? So this video is the best build, hands down. Listen, I'm not interested in your opinions. Right? There is no room for opinions. There's no, oh, this works, somebody else told me. Nah, go talk to them. This right here, like, I've spent a lot of hours doing this right now. I spent a lot of time grinding the game in different ways. And I'm really impressed by the way they did this game. So we're going to take you on a journey. Let's go. Welcome back. Now, what you will notice is I'm not editing these, so if I mess up, you will have to listen to me fumble through. I do not care. I don't have that much time to be editing these, but welcome. If you're old, you'll notice the setup is a little different because I took over the best room in the house. If you're new, it's going to be boss level. No? There's double doors behind me. It's going to be a deck back there with the listen, that's neither here nor there, but NHL 22. I love NHL 22. I think it's the best goalie game they've made in maybe 3 years. All the other games, you were at the mercy of whatever the game wanted the skater to do. This year's game, you can and will be dominant in this game if you just go through like you normally will or have. Now, you can be average in this game. There can be a lot of average goalies in this game, and like always, some will get carried by their team. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to be great, right? So let's go through the best build in today's game. I'm not going to beat around the bush. The best build is the butterfly build. Why? Because the butterfly build is the one that takes care of most of the low stuff. This year, you don't get sniped as much. When you're set up in position, you will likely make the save if you are in position to make the save. Unless the person has like make it snappy. Make it snappy acts like last year and the previous year game for skaters. Make it snappy will snap something over a shot over your shoulder. So attributes are hugely important this year. But because you don't get sniped as much, you don't have to sacrifice to try. And I never believed in attributes. I think they were all a joke and they were all broken. I still think to an extent they are. But the butterfly build, best build in the game. And you'll see me looking up because I'm playing off of a projector. So if I am, mind your business. All right, so most people will start off with hybrid build. The hybrid build is cool. The attributes are nice and cute, but I don't believe in cute. The hybrid build, I think they made it, as always, it's supposed to be the best build in the game, but it lets in way too many weird bounces towards the net. It does what stand-up used to do all those years, where every bounce in front of the net goes to the player or just sits there, and it just lets in too many odd goals. And the zone ability, I think the abilities are very important this year. And zone ability, the first ability is your strongest one, and it's the one you must fit your play style the most. So the fact that they only give you contortionist and last stand and post to post, and when you're playing sixes or you're playing against humans, half of these things are useless to you. You know what I mean? So the fact that they take away your best, or what I think fits the goalie's best in terms of the zone ability being your one you should select the most, tells me I shouldn't be using it. I used every build for about 7 to 10 just going through different games with a certain build. And then for like 15 straight, I cut it down to the 2 that I thought were the best. And to start off, the best build is a butterfly build. The best build is a butterfly build because Sponge and one timer I think are hugely important for the butterfly build, and they don't let in as many crazy things around the net. Now, I will say this: I will not be showing you my build on here, and nor would I be telling you what to use. Right? You have to figure out how you play, and how you play will dictate what you use. Right? So, my builds. Join the streams. I will be streaming my games, even if I'm not on camera, even if I'm not saying anything. I will stream games because I think it's more important for you to see situations and see how things react and how things play. And this year, my build, you can't use. I don't think most people can use the build I have, but it started with learning and going through Butterfly and seeing how it moves and how it plays, and then trying to mimic that with other builds, right? But not the Butterfly build. But I think you should start with the Butterfly build. Again, my build, when you see it in stream, not many people can use it, but when you can, it's beautiful. But Butterfly, I think, is the strongest because Sponge and one-timers is beautiful. I will go through other videos in which I try to hand pick and select and tell you how to finagle these attributes to make them work a certain way to make it beautiful and go through each one. But right now it's just about the build I think you should start with. I don't want to tell people how to play, but give you a direction of this is what you should start with in order for you then to get a better understanding of what works best for you. But like I said, there is no middle ground this year. I'm not taking anybody's opinions about this and that. No, this is what it is. This, you want to be good, you want to be great, this is what it is. This year in this game, I can proudly say for the first time in maybe 3 years, when I let in a goal, it's because my team is terrible. You know what I mean? When I let in a goal, it's like, oh, there's nothing I could have done about that. In other games, it's like, yo, I was right there. That. Nah, this year you can be great in it. You just have to take the time to do it and put the work in. So Butterfly is where you should go, hands down. You want to see my build? Join the streams. Watch the streams. You know what I mean? There will be more videos of, this year there is a certain spot you can stand in this game. It's different than other games that allows you to save things without being as aggressive or having to, put yourself out there. You still got to put yourself out there in certain situations, but you can come back to that comfort zone. And I'll show you in that in a positioning video. But to start off this year, you Butterfly, start with it, go with it, see how it goes, fill it out. But I think that's where you should start. That's not where you're going to end up, but that's where you should start. All right. And I like playing LG. I like playing sixes. That's what I do this for. I get ready for those. So my stats and everything has suffered because I go through this trying to find things and trying to play. And in LG this year, as I'm making this video, I'm not going to the NHL. That respect will not be forgotten. Their NHL teams, that won't be forgotten. But I'm in the AHL. I don't care where I play, so long as I get to play sixes. Yeah, so make sure you like, subscribe, and all that, and we doing it this year. This year, goalies can be dominant. You haven't heard me say that in like forever. Appreciate you joining the Black Guys. Use Butterfly. I wouldn't start off with hybrid. I know you want to, and the stats look good, but I wouldn't. I would start off with Butterfly, and that way you get to see things. All right?